And of course, Black history is American history. That is the message Nikole Hannah Jones has been pushing since she launched the 1619 Project at the New York Times back in 2019.
And her efforts did help inspire a curriculum that challenges teachers to rethink how we teach slavery. KRON 4's Noelle Bellow talked to her about why she feels the lessons should be taught far beyond the month of February.
We can't understand the country that we are living in and the country that we're seeing with the history that we've been taught. It actually ill prepares us.
In an effort to force a reckoning and reframe American history lessons, New York Times journalist Nikole Hannah Jones takes us back to the year 1619, a year most Americans are taught nothing about. The year 20 enslaved Africans were first sold on American soil.
You know, if you understand that slavery predates our country by 150 years, that changes how you think about that institution.
Following its first publications in 2019, the 1619 Project has blossomed now into a free curriculum created by the Pulitzer Center, and it's available as a lesson to be taught in schools across the country. Lessons I myself would have liked to learn as a young student.
Growing up, you learn about Martin Luther King Jr., the civil rights movement. There's almost a bit of a happy ending bow that's tied on the end of those types of lessons, and you lose so much of how it has impacted our lives beyond that.
There were 100 years between the end of slavery and Martin Luther King, and Martin Luther King even lived 5 years after the I Have a Dream speech. We want to help fill in some of those gaps and lead students to start to read more and want to learn more so they can fill in those gaps themselves.
Hannah Jones says she's a fan of Black History Month, but hopes these lessons are incorporated beyond just the month of February.
This is not just a story of Black people. If you want to understand the story of America, you have to understand the story of slavery and the legacy and the contributions of Black Americans. I think that you can't have empathy for the experiences of your fellow Americans if you don't understand why we live in the circumstances that we live in.
Noelle Bellow, KRON 4 News.